I worked indirectly with Bill Murray on Cradle Will Rock. Todd Stockman was hired to coach Bill for that one, and they were going to use Todd's antique Marshall figure. Now there was some stunt work that the dummy had to do, and they actually had to break it as part of the thing. So Todd and the prop master for the film brought me into the mix, and I made them 6 copies of this Marshall figure. One that was fully mechanized, but it had to have every little imperfection and ding that the original one had to be exactly the same color because it had to match in close-ups. That was probably one of the more challenging things I've had to do up to that point. Pulled it off, got it in on time, strangely enough. And then they said, well, we need some breakaways too. So I figured out a way to do the breakaways like fairly quickly and still have them look right, and they'd still look good in close-up. So I wound up making 6 of those.
Wow.
Time frame I had for all that was like 3 weeks.
That's an amazing turnaround on something like that.
Well,
even though they weren't all mechanized, that's incredible.
Yeah, I never had circles under my eyes until then. I did not get much sleep during those 3 weeks. I was like, that was a full-time job at that point, plus. But I mean, they made it worthwhile, and which is the only way I could have done it, at the sale price to a ventriloquist for a dummy, that what we typically have to sell them for, you couldn't have done it, It's like, but
well, it's got to be nicer when they've got that kind of budget for a major film.
They still squeeze you though.
I'm sure they do. They
Producer's job is to get you for as little money as they can get you for. I don't mean that to sound bitter, but it's a reality. It's like big production like that. I mean, even if you got Disney bankrolling you, there's still a limit. And they have actors to pay, they have crew to pay. So but that was an interesting one. And the most recent one was with Kevin Spacey.
Yes.
Yeah, which was a great experience. That was a really great experience. It was the film was sponsored by Jameson Whiskey People in conjunction with Kevin Spacey's production company. They had set up a contest where aspiring screenwriters from 3 different countries could submit scripts. The only stipulation was there had to be a role that Kevin could conceivably play. So they offered the contest in Russia, Australia, and the United States. And the United States grand prize winner was Benjamin Levitt from Texas, who had written a screenplay about a ventriloquist. And Kevin Spacey, as part of the award for the contest, he would play the lead role. Mm-hmm. That was the stipulation. And so, I got involved with that production, and my first interactions were with the writer himself, who would also direct the film.
Okay.
And then that was passed along to the production people at Kevin's company, and then I got the call saying, well, Kevin's just wrapped up an appearance in Richard III for the last 3 months. He closes on Friday. We'd like you to meet with him on Monday in New York before he has to go to London.